The Brightline train recently expanded its route to include Orlando, and I took the 3-hour trek from Fort Lauderdale to O-Town and back again. In today's video, I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of this journey, including station and train amenities. Plus, I'll tell you if riding the rails is worth the high ticket price. If that sounds interesting, please keep watching. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a splendid day, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. You guys, Brightline is finally going to Miami, and in South Florida, we have been waiting for this for a very, very long time. Orlando is about 4 hours from Miami, about 3.5 from Fort Lauderdale, and about 3 from West Palm. It's not a horrible drive, but you can encounter a lot of traffic. So hopping on a train and getting there in 3 hours sounds like a really smooth journey. But is it? We will explore when I tell you about my recent trip. If you hear a little bell in the background, we got a new kitten and she's in here with me. If you come out from under the bed, you can play with me. It's Martini. She was asleep when I started the video, but now she's just getting a little crazy. My daughter's named her Martini. So far, that's her name. We thought about Wasabi, but I think we settled on Martini. My husband and I took the high-speed train on October 26th, and we returned to Fort Lauderdale on October 30th. We were traveling to Orlando to meet some friends for the Food and Wine Festival in Epcot. I've taken the Brightline before, but only from Fort Lauderdale to Miami and Fort Lauderdale to West Palm. And each one of those trips is about 30 minutes each way. So I was very curious to see what the 3-hour train journey would be like. And so many people here in South Florida are curious about taking the train to Orlando. So hopefully this video will give you some great insights. We paid $79 each way. So that is $160 per person, or $320 all in. Not cheap. These were the regular tickets. Brightline calls these smart fares. We didn't pay for premium tickets because, to be honest, premium tickets are insanely expensive to Orlando, and I don't think it's worth it. So now I'm going to tell you all about my experience so you can decide for yourself if it's worth the price tag. With that being said, let's dive in. We arrived at the station about 30 minutes before our scheduled departure, and we went through security where they scanned our luggage. You can check your luggage at the station, but we carried ours on. So here we are in the Fort Lauderdale Brightline station, ready to head off to Orlando. But let's take a look around the station. The Fort Lauderdale station is cheerful and airy with lots of windows and tons of natural light. Weirdly, every Brightline station has the exact same smell, and I've now been to 4 different stations. It's kind of an orange citrus. It's not unpleasant, but it is very noticeable. This footage is one of Fort Lauderdale's general waiting areas where any passenger is welcome to sit and relax while waiting for the train. The station here in Fort Lauderdale is very bright. It's very clean, really comfortable seating areas, and every single seat has a charging station, so super convenient. As I mentioned, we didn't get premium tickets, but each Brightline station has a premier lounge for those who pay extra for the premium seats. Here, you can get free espresso drinks, food, and complimentary beer and wine. The seating section is very similar to the general areas. With the premium tickets, you also get preferred seating in Coach 1, but the seats are the same as the rest of the train. I didn't notice any difference. You also get a couple other perks like complimentary Uber rides to and from the station. As I said, premium tickets from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando are insanely expensive. I saw fares over $250 per person each way. Not worth it, in my opinion. The Fort Lauderdale station has a bar where you can get coffee, a soft drink, or a cocktail. They even have a bucket of beer on the menu. 4 beers that you can mix and match for $20. And they have specialty cocktails like mojitos. You can also order food here. For breakfast, they offer items like muffins, yogurt, fruit, bagels, and breakfast sandwiches. Later in the day, you can get things like empanadas, pretzel bites, and chicken wings. We didn't get anything to eat or drink at the bar. Instead, we went to the store inside the station. Now, this is a pretty cool store. You swiped a credit card to enter, and then you were automatically charged for anything you picked up off of the shelves. The shelves had sensors that could tell when you selected an item. There was no cashier to check you out. Your credit card was automatically charged. I have no idea if you're credited if you put an item back, so we were very careful to only grab what we knew we wanted. I also don't know if only one shopper is allowed in the store at one time. We were the only ones inside when we got our items. It was pretty interesting. The shop had a ton of different candy, snack, chips, and drink options. They even had food items for purchase like charcuterie and sushi. We ended up getting a couple juices and a pack of Pop-Tarts. Breakfast of champions. Shortly thereafter, there was an announcement that our train was arriving, so we headed down the escalator to the platform.
Here we are on the platform waiting for our train. We are in Coach 2.
The train arrived and we found our seats. Brightline assigns all of its passengers specific seats. We quickly realized we would be facing backwards for the 3-hour trip. Oddly, most seats on the train faced backwards for this trip.
So we are in seats 15A and B in Coach 2. We just realized that we are going backwards, so Tom screwed up on reservations. Did you?
No.
Yeah, because I did, but we are going backwards.
I assume Coach 1 was the first coach. Coach 1 is the last coach on a northbound train. This northbound train.
It's going to be fine.
Tom decided to do some work, and I decided to explore a bit.
He is doing some work, and I am enjoying it. We are on the train, so let's explore a little bit.
Like the station, the train was very clean, and the seats were quite comfortable. There is space for luggage above the seats, and there are also luggage racks in each car. I'm impressed with the seats. Overall, they are comfortable and roomy.
The seats are really nice, and we can see that there is forward to the leg room. Take note, airlines. You should do this too in Coach.
The seats also had some other cool amenities.
So look what Tom discovered. It's a phone tray, so if you don't want to put down your full tray, you can use the phone tray. And also, what do I think? There's a plug down for charging.
Yep.
Maybe there's a charging plug right there. Very clever.
The bathrooms on the train are quite large and very clean. They have cool high-tech Dyson dryers to dry your hands. Attendants then came around to offer beverages. The train has a nice selection of drinks. I decided to get a mimosa to kick off our vacation. The workers on our first train ride to Orlando were very friendly and checked on us often. On the return trip, we barely saw the attendants. I had to go searching for them to order some food. Here is a listing of the non-alcoholic beverages. I'm going to put all the menus on screen so you can pause the video if you want a closer look. For non-alcoholic beverages, they offer everything from coffee to juices to sodas to Red Bull. Here is the spirits menu. You can see that besides all the different types of liquor, they also have a couple specialty cocktails. There's a jalapeno pineapple margarita and an old-fashioned. And finally, Brightline offers a few different wines and beers on its trains. And you can see here that they say that they take all credit cards. While I sip my mimosa, I enjoyed watching the scenery whiz by. Brightline trains have a top speed of 125 miles per hour. We soon got to the West Palm Station, our final stop before Orlando. Once everyone was boarded, Tom and I realized that the table with 4 seats behind us was unoccupied. So Tom and I switched seats and spread out. It was more comfortable for Tom to work facing forward. You can change seats if you like, as long as there are no passengers assigned to the seats.
So this is a good look at the seats. You can see they're nice, they're leather, they have very comfortable cushions, and there is even a button right there where to make your seat recline a little bit. It doesn't recline a lot, but it does recline a little bit. These are the seats with the tables. This is in the coach class. They also have these in the premium class, but most of the seats are just two, etc.
The table seats were a little different than the other seats. They have chargers for your electronics on the top of the table. The table seats also had a small tray that you could pull out. And all of the seats on the train do recline a little bit. Here I am demonstrating the recline feature. By then, we were getting a little hungry, so it was time for lunch. The train does offer a few breakfast options, by the way. Here's the menu. But since it was afternoon, we were ready for lunch. Here's what Brightline calls the midday menu. They have a few different types of cold sandwiches. They also have some salads and a kid's snack box. The kid's snack box is a choice of a PB&J or cheddar cheese sandwich. And it comes with goldfish crackers, apple slices, and a drink for $7. And finally, they offer a few combo options where you can save $1 or $2 by ordering a combo. Tom and I each ordered a combo. I had a caprese sandwich with chips and water for $16. And Tom had an Italian sandwich with chips and a soda for $18. The sandwiches were good, but I thought it was pretty expensive for what we got. Next time, we'll bring our own food on board. Not long after lunch, we arrived at the Orlando station. The Orlando station is very similar in style to the other Brightline stops. It has a bar, a store, general seating, and a premium lounge. The station is located at the Orlando airport. We then got an Uber to our hotel at Disney World for around $40. We thoroughly enjoyed the trip. The 3 hours flew by, and our return trip to Fort Lauderdale was just as smooth. I have mixed feelings about taking the Brightline train to Orlando. It is a great experience, but it is really expensive, and you can fly or drive for a lot less. But I have to say that for us, taking the Brightline did make sense. My husband could get some work done, so for that did make it worth the money. It was so nice not to have the hassle of driving, and of course, once we got to Disney, we didn't need a car. But can you saddle? It was so nice not to have the hassle of driving, and of course, we didn't need a car when we got to Disney. But if you do need a car when you're in Orlando, then you're going to have to rent one. And the Orlando station is at the airport, by the way, so you can rent a car, but that's going to increase your price even more. I'm really glad that Brightline now goes to Orlando, but you got to weigh the pros and the cons. I would give Brightline high marks for comfort, cleanliness, and ease of travel. Service is hit and miss, and food is okay, but it's a little pricey. But the one big factor that might prevent me from doing this again is the cost. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'd also love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I do all types of Florida travel videos, and I would love to have you join my traveling party. Have you ever taken the Brightline? What are your thoughts? Is it worth the cost? Leave a comment and let me know. Just a reminder that my merchandise is still available, like the pillows behind me. They're waterproof, and this awesome hoodie with a custom retro cruise ship design. They would make a great holiday gift if you're looking for something for Christmas or Hanukkah. And it also helps support my channel so I can continue making content with my crazy kitten. Since this is the season of giving, every single video I do now until the end of the year, I am going to give something away to you to show my appreciation. So first I have this shirt. It's brand new, of course, and it is the Squeeze the Day shirt from my merchandise line. This shirt is a 2XL. It's just the size that I happen to have. It's brand new, of course, and I would love to send it to you. All you need to do is be a subscriber to my channel and leave a comment below. Tell me your favorite holiday tradition or dish. You also need to reside in the United States because I have to pay for shipping. Oh, and this would make an awesome sleep shirt, by the way. If you'd like to talk travel with me just a little bit longer, I will link a video at the end that I think you might like. The video on the left is all about taking the Brightline train to the cruise ports, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, and Miami. And the video on the right is all about my bad and bitchy mom's cruise. If you are overwhelmed and ready to be selfish for a few days, please join me on Virgin's Scarlet Lady, February 21st, 2024. I will be hosting this cruise. I'm super excited, and it's 4 nights out of Miami. Watch the video for more details. Until next time, I hope you have happy and safe travels. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.